following the accident that happened in Beitbridge, where quite a number of people were injured. And we saw Mnangagwa's ministers also going to attend the scene as well as visit people that were hospitalized, only to discover that the people that were hospitalized were actually bandaged in cardboard boxes. An embarrassment. And the social media and the news media, they had to take this issue out, and it was an embarrassment internationally to Emmerson Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa, we saw him being questioned by the editors that he called in as he wanted to talk about his 2030 propaganda. Some even asked about this issue, and Mnangagwa was so embarrassed, and he wanted to look like he was not sure about the situation that is in hospitals. And yet Mnangagwa doesn't even care to check what is happening under his ministers and ministries. Mnangagwa now talks of Beitbridge Hospital Revamp after international embarrassment. Why does he have to wait for crisis all the time? Why is this government so irresponsible that they don't want to do what has to be done on time? Why do they always want to wait for a time when there is a crisis or an embarrassment? That's when they say, okay, then we need to do something about it. This is very sad, very, very sad. Now we are hearing reports, especially ZANU-PF, and they are so good at jumping to, want to announce this information as if it's quite some, success, or it's, some progress. It's not progress. This is foolishness at its highest cost. ZANU-PF Patriots report here that major upgrade planned for Beitbridge District Hospital to meet growing demand. Beitbridge District Hospital is set for a major upgrade to improve service delivery, addressing increasing demands due to the town's to improve service delivery, addressing increasing demands due to the town's transformation into a city. Deputy Minister of Health, Child Welfare, Kwidini, during his visit, acknowledged the hospital's resource constraints. Look, now they want to lie to say that it is because of the town having been, Beitbridge district having been upgraded to a town, to a city status. No, that has nothing to do with the city. Even the ones that are in the towns and rural areas are still like that. It is just because of what has happened here. So all this, I don't even want to read all that lies and all the propaganda of ZANU-PF, because I know that we know who these people are. They are just not ashamed. They are not ashamed of what they are doing to the people of Zimbabwe. This is quite surprising that a government would want to wait for a crisis and an embarrassment internationally for them to act on issues that governments are supposed to be responsible for. Every government that is elected into office is elected to serve the people. It is elected to make sure that the needs of the Zimbabwean people are met. But these people are not doing it. They are busy milking and taking the money away from the very, social services that are supposed to be received by the citizens of Zimbabwe. So this is why these people are so filthy rich. Imagine if you milk every cent that comes from the country, from the natural resources to revenue collections to government, coffers, and literally everything. Imagine the monies that these people are collecting. And it's really very, very unfortunate that Zimbabwe is undergoing this under Emmerson Mnangagwa. And this is why Zimbabwean people this time around are supporting the Keza revolution and saying, let us fight this war, because we have no choice but to fight to free our country. We cannot continue to have people that shoot us with guns, who arrest us willy-nilly, people that threaten our lives, people that abduct and disappear citizens, just because citizens are telling them that you are not being responsible enough as a government. Instead of being ashamed of what they are doing, they are so bully to the point of even saying, kill those who are saying that we have failed. What kind of human beings are these? The pictures that we have seen coming from the hospitals, they are just pathetic. You can't just believe that we have a government in place that would allow a situation like this to go unattended to. So Mnangagwa is a failure, and Mnangagwa must just go. And this is time that Mnangagwa must just smell the coffee and pack his bags and leave Zimbabwe alone. Zimbabwe needs to breathe. Zimbabwean people have suffered for 45 years under a government that cares not about what is happening to its populace. And we cannot continue as Zimbabwean people to be smiling at these hooligans when they are destroying our livelihoods. So it's a high time that they should go, and nobody sympathizes with Mnangagwa. Whatsoever will happen to him, we don't care. Zimbabwean people will never care, because Mnangagwa has never cared for the people of Zimbabwe. So this remains a fact, and this remains an issue that needs attention, and it definitely shall be addressed. This time around, viva Geza Revolution. Everyone rise up and support the motion that has been brought up by the Geza Revolution. We want to free Zimbabwe. We want to see a working country. We want to fight for the future of our children, future of our grandchildren that has been destroyed. There is no future for next generations, destroyed by an old generation of people that don't want to grow, people that are, denying that they are in their 80s, and yet they want to still behave as if they are 19 and 17. These people must accept reality that time comes and time goes. Their time is over. Their time is up. They must hand over the country to the next generation. There must be a generation that takes over Zimbabwe, who are of the thinking framework of nowadays, of the competitive and technological world, the global world that we are living in today, needs people that are digital, the young people of today who can compete with what is happening with other nations, not these old madalas who are old-fashioned, who are thinking of the Stone Age kind of thoughts. We need new leaders in the country, young people that can drive Zimbabwe, that can revive Zimbabwe from where it is, because Zimbabwe has literally been destroyed by these hooligans. So Mnangagwa is proving to be very, very arrogant when it comes to the call that has been given by the Geza Revolution, that he must pick pegs and go. Him and his people that follow him, the thieves that surround him, they continue to make noises and wanting to hold Zimbabwe at ransom. But we don't see it succeeding. The Zimbabwean people are in full support of the Geza Revolution, and very soon, a minute from now, days from now, hours from now, anything is likely to happen in Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe is likely to get to its freedom. And we are saying to the Zimbabwean people, a luta continua, never give up, fight on Zimbabwe. Let's continue to stand on our feet until we free our nation from the oppression of the sons and daughters of Lucifer, who want to see us suffering, who enjoy to see the suffering of the masses of Zimbabwe. It's not going to happen. Time is up. They must pick their pegs and go. We are fighting to free our country. We are fighting to make sure that Zimbabwe works again. So this is what is happening, and this is how it is. You can't be declaring to revamp Beitbridge Hospital today because you have been exposed. It's a shameless government, an irresponsible lot, and we don't want to see them anymore. We want them gone like yesterday. Then Zimbabwe will begin to work. Thank you so much, family, for joining me on the show. Till we meet again, remain blessed.